Welcome to the College Football Bros. I'm Michael Newman.
I'm Ryan Newman.
And I'm Trey Newman.
All right, on today's episode, you read the title, you know what we're about to get into. So Trey is going to set the odds for this bet, and Ryan and I are gonna make our picks. So Trey, how did you set the spread here, set the line?
Yeah, so we got a question from McBride W, and the question was, who will win more national titles over the next 10 years? You got two options. You've got Bama and Clemson combined, or the field. And so I've set the odds at Bama and Clemson at the slight underdog of plus 140, and we've got the field at minus 140. So Ryan, which way you leaning here?
All right, so this, I obviously thought this was a great line to set. It's a tough choice here. So, you have the push, whereas if, they win 5, right? There's the push there. So that kind of gives you a little way. So are you thinking Clemson and Alabama have a combined 4 where the field would win? The field would have to get 6. So you tell me Saban's only got 2 left. Dabo's only got 2. I don't see it. I think they're going to get more than that. I think they're going to definitely do that. With the way Saban's going, like, hey, 10 years is kind of a long time. I doubt Saban's still there in 10 years, but it seems like he's still got a good 5, maybe he could go to 10, depending on how long he wants to keep doing this. But it's not slowing down. I mean, they just had an incredible recruiting class. They're going to be, they're going to be extremely good for the next 4 because of the talent they're just bringing in. So, with how dominant they've been, they've won 7 out of the last 10. The 7 out of the last 10 years, Clemson or Bama has won it. And the other teams were Florida State, LSU, and who was the last one? Florida State, LSU, Ohio State, right? So. Yeah. And those teams could pop up again, but I mean, this is the consistency here. And Bama's gone, obviously, they went back, to 08 or something. I think it was Saban's first year. So they've just been so dominant for so long. I'm going to have to go with Clemson and Alabama here. I just, I know it's college football cyclical, but they've been so dominant. They're recruiting so well, and Bama's just kept it going for so long. Yeah. I can't go against them right now.
It's pretty incredible runs that both of them are on, and particularly Alabama with the longevity. But I'm going with the field. I just think, let's just look at this year where Alabama and Clemson are both at the top of the sport. They are the 2 favorites to win the title this upcoming year. They're 1-2 in SP+, all of that. And the chances of Bama/Clemson versus the field this year, based on the betting odds, which you can see on the screen right now, I kind of did the math and took out the vig as best as I could. They're an underdog, the 2 of them combined, to win the title. It's probably even more of an underdog than plus 140. So over 10 years, when other teams could rise up to their level, I just think they're probably not always going to be the top 2 teams. There's going to be some years where maybe Ohio State's up there, or Georgia, or some team we don't expect. 10 years ago, Clemson was nowhere near a Tier 1 program, and they rose to that. Maybe A&M's that next team, or USC and Texas returning from back to dominance. Who knows? So I just think the field has value.
Yeah, I mean, when I looked at this, when I was setting it, you've got Clemson alone. They've lost so much great talent the last couple of years, and they're obviously doing a good job at replenishing it, but they still got to kind of produce it on the field. I'm not saying they won't, and Michael, you mentioned a few teams that could rise. There was even Florida. You mentioned Texas, but you got Oklahoma. The top of the Pac-12 is improving. The ACC, which the reason we've kind of gotten Clemson always in there is because the ACC's been fairly weak since kind of the back of the days of Florida State. But North Carolina has been getting better. Miami's getting better. We didn't even talk about Notre Dame. So there's a lot of top dogs that could threaten Bama and Clemson, but I don't know. They're pretty dominant.
Yeah. All right. Well,
going out on a limb there.
Yeah, they are. Thanks very much for that question, and appreciate everybody watching this episode of the College Football Bros. Let us know below in the comments who you're betting on, and you're getting those odds on Bama Clemson plus 140. So I can see why Ryan would want to take it. Let us know your rationale below, and we'll see you next time.
You've been watching the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and in your podcast app for college football content all year round. For bonus episodes and access to our Discord chat, join our Patreon at patreon.com/collegefootballbros. Thanks for watching.